Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Monday Market Report. And this is for the week ending May 12th, 2019. And before we get started on the big hits of the week, all right, make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that bell for instant notifications. I'll be doing little giveaways all summer long, gift cards, silver, nice graded coins, you name it, you're going to see them. So don't forget to do that if you haven't done so to this point. And let's go ahead and jump right in. The Monday Market Report. This usual time every year kind of sets off this transition from what is usually a very busy coin type market to now we're starting to get into the summer, season doldrums, so to speak. I don't know if that's the best way to describe exactly what I'm trying to say, but generally during the summer months, usually Memorial Day all the way up through September, we begin to see this slowdown in prominent sales. All right, a lot of folks usually take the summer off, go on vacations, what have you, and as a result, we begin to see less and less good, high quality coins being sold during this time. Now, make no mistake about it, there will be other coins that I'm going to talk about. There is just going to be less frequent amounts of coins that we're going to be able to talk about. But before we actually get into the actual number of coins that I'm going to talk about, and by the way, the list is a lot smaller than what it usually is because of this transitional point of the coin market. For those of you that haven't seen my companion video that I did last night on the 1964 experimental strike coins that sold in excess of $144,000 total, feel free to check that out. If you're going to go through the entire video, I will actually have the button for that video at the end that you can just click and it'll take you to that companion video. That is the most amazing piece of the whole Monday Market Report, and I actually had to do a companion video to discuss it because it is a truly monumental type of set, and you don't see it that often. Plus, I'll go through all the nuances of what it's about, where do you find it, can they be found, things of that nature. So go ahead and take a look at it if you haven't done so already. So because we're seeing less quality modern coins, okay, usually I focus on post 1950 coins that have sold for a good deal of money. I'm gonna splash in a few of the little bit older coins. Now we're gonna stick within the 20th century. So with that being said, we're gonna kick it off with probably one of my perennial top 3 favorite series in coin collecting, and that's the Mercury Dime series. The coin that you see here is an eBay listing. This is a 1919 Mercury Dime, absolutely stunning. PCGS graded mint state 67 plus with full split bands, and it is also CAC certified as kind of the cherry on top of this one. This one sold again on eBay May 11th of 2019 for $15,960. If you're asking yourself, this is a rather kind of modern, not modern, but very plentiful issue because it's a Philadelphia minted coin. It sure is, but being able to find one as well struck where you have fully defined split bands on the reverse of the fascies is extremely difficult. 1919 is one of those big key dates in terms of strike. All right, so that's why this one sold for nearly $16,000. It's a beautiful coin nonetheless. I do have one other significant coin from eBay that I wanted to share, and this is a 1998 Lincoln Cent error. Okay, it's a relatively modern date. Okay, it's barely 20 years old. This one has a pretty amazing error. It was struck multiple times, and you have also some of these multiple strikes that are off center. So these type of coins, right here have always been kind of like one of the biggest top error chase pieces in the community. This one right here is an absolute steal, I would say. At $5,500, and that's what this one sold at. On the side note, it did grade NGC Mint State 65 red brown for what it's worth. I think it was more or less for the authentication piece of it, as also kind of like a peace of mind. You know, this one did straight grade. It's not some funny money counterfeit error attempt. This one is the real deal. This one sold, by the way, May 7th. All right. So a lot of the more prominent pieces I wanted to talk about. Now, the two coins I talked about are absolutely nice. Okay, those are the eBay listings. But as always, Great Collections hosts a weekly auction. And they have a lot of big hits. For example, the 1964 SMS coin set that I talked about a few minutes ago was sold on Great Collections. Okay, again, the companion video is at the very end of the video, or you could just go into my channel and see it for yourself. So the first coin I want to talk about, again, is a variety favorite among the community, and it's the 1972 Lincoln Cent. This one right here, everybody has seen before. It is probably one of the top 5 Lincoln Cent varieties that you could find. This is the double die obverse number 1. It's about as radical and dramatic as you could find. Okay, it's right up there with the 1955 and the 69S doubled die obverse coins. This one here is what I would consider to be more the affordable fare in the double die market, and this one graded out PCGS Mint State 67 full red, and this one, I'm happy to say, still a strong market, sold for $2,531.25. In comparison to a few other coins that have no variety whatsoever, this is a bargain. And I feel like this coin right here is going to continue plateauing in the $2,500 to $3,000 range, unless there's one that graded out 67 plus or higher. All right, so this is a really phenomenal coin. Unlike the next coin on the list right here, we have a 1961D Lincoln Cent. This one right here, at one point at a PCGS Mint State 67 red, has been a coin that has consistently sold in the $3,000 to $4,000 range as recently as 5 years ago. But because of the market saturation of the 67 grade on a lot of these 1960s Lincoln Cents, which are, you know, still pretty tough, the prices have come down quite a bit. All right, this one sold for only $1,065.38. Another contributing factor that I want to point out, the obverse of this coin doesn't look quite full red, so I think it was pretty much on the fence of being a red-brown coin to a full red coin. So the graders pushed it to a red, and that's why it was still able to garner over $1,000, whereas if it was a red-brown, you're probably going to be looking at about a third of that price value. All right, so that's the 61D there for you. Coming up next, of course, the West Point Mint Mark quarters are still a thing. Okay, we're only 2 issues in out of the 5 coin series for this year. So this one right here is one of the first discovery pieces. Okay, for those of you that have covered my Lowell National Park West Point quarter rarities, you guys know that PCGS had placed out a bounty for $5,000 on the Lowell quarter, in which 2 people submitted a coin at the same time, or actually was delivered on the same day. Therefore, they shared the bounty. On the American Memorial National Park quarter, which is the second release in the West Point quarter series for 2019, there was also 2 people that submitted a coin and delivered on the same day through PCGS. Only this time the bounty was a lot less. It's only $2,000. So this is the finest of the 2 that was submitted. This is a PCGS Mint State 65 example. And this one sold for $2,327.62. Again, as you're discovering these coins in circulation and in coin rolls, you want to make sure that the quicker you find them, the quicker you unload them. Because there's such a short window in which these coins are worth any immeasurable amount of money, that they'll begin to kind of drop into the $10 to $20 range, which is where they're at right now. Finding a brilliant uncirculated or Mint State Lowell National Park West Point quarter is simply affordable today. All right, so This one, good sale, not as high as the first original Lowell quarter, although that one was a 66, but still a nice sale nonetheless. So coming up next over here, we have again something that is a little bit older on my modern kind of market discussion, and this is a 1946D Washington quarter. This one is worth mentioning because even coins in the 40s, which were widely available, it's tough to find one at this grade level. And it's a PCGS Mid State 67 Plus, also CAC certified. It has some original crustability in the toning factor of this coin. While not a runaway hit in the eye appeal department, this one was just enough to do, to keep it original. Okay, and because of that, it sold for $2,418.75. So we have two more coins to highlight here, and they're both Kennedy half dollars. And this first coin right here I'm going to talk about, actually, I am extremely impressed that coins of this nature are worth this kind of money. And it's a 1964 accented hair proof Kennedy half dollar. Okay, so this is one of the more commonly found varieties on the 1964 date. You have a couple extra engraving lines in Kennedy's hair, plus you also have the peg leg eye and Liberty, which help kind of bring together this particular variety. So this one graded straight up NGC proof 69. No cameo, no ultra cameo, nothing like that. This is a coin that right out of the package, these are commonly found without the cameo contrast. So to find one like this that sold for nearly $1,100 on great collections is fantastic. Okay, and finally, we're going to end it off here on a relatively nice, subtle toned Kennedy half dollar. It's a 1964 example. The toning is what I would consider to be kind of like a pastel-y light, attractive look on this coin. This one graded out at a phenomenal PCGS Mid State 67 Plus. A truly pleasing coin nonetheless, and one that's going to be sent off into the registry land. And because of that, it sold for $3,825. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the Monday Market Report, coin report for the week ending May 12th, 2019. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, we're going to see the coin market kind of wane a little bit. I will still be doing the weekly reports as expected. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So you guys take care. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your Monday. And then we will see you on the next one.